Hey everyone, it is Jack again with Toy Dojo, and today we're taking a look at the Titans Return Trypticon with Necro and Full Tilt. Now this one is one of the earlier releases of Trypticon. This one was shipped in from overseas, so it's supposed to be released here in America, I think this month sometime here in July, if not August. This one obviously gets released overseas first, and I think a lot of folks that were in like Australia and those parts of the world got theirs in first, but I got mine shipped in overseas, so we're going to be taking a look at him. Now, before we get started, I want to say happy 4th of July, Independence Day to all my fellow Americans. And now let's take a look at this figure. So there's the box, and it's a big box. I was going to drag out my Metroplex box to compare the two, but I couldn't find it. Well, I know where it is. It's packed away in a box, in another box, inside the closet behind a lot of stuff, so I didn't want to go through and dig all that out and have a big mess to mess with afterwards. So I opted not to do that, but got my tape measure so we can measure this box. And if you guys have your Trypticon or your Metroplex box, you can just measure it. So from here to here, it's 2 feet. The box is 24 inches that way, and then from top to bottom here, that is about 14.5 inches right there. So give you an idea of how big that box is right there. So box art looks really cool. You can obviously see Trypticon here on the left side with all of his modes, his Dino mode, spaceship mode, and then his base mode, city mode, whatever you want to call it. Trypticon there on the front, looks like Sky Shadow right there, and Six Shot right over there. So really neat artwork there. I like the way that looks. And I'm one that likes to collect boxes, so that looks cool. Going here on this side here, you see Necro in his head form. Then there's Full Tilt, Trypticon, Spaceship mode, and then City mode. Okay, they're calling it City mode, not base mode, so it's City mode, which makes sense. So there's that. Flipping the box around to the back. There's Trypticon again. Full Tilt, Necro, again Spaceship mode, City mode. There's Broadside right there, Hot Rod, and Sky Shadow right over there. So, and then it shows a little thing where you can have him swallow the Headmasters, or Titan Masters rather, and they come out of his belly there. It's a really cool looking box. I was excited that this came in, and I got this in yesterday, and just getting the chance to look at it today. So we're going to go through it all. I'm going to show him in his different modes, explain the issue that some we're having with the leg joints, or the hip joints rather, and then just compare him to Fort Max in his different modes, or not Fort Max, Metroplex in his different modes, and then kind of show his shortcomings, what I think are for this guy here. So without further ado, let's get rid of this box and let's bring him in. Alright, so out of the box he comes into 3 pieces, the main body and the 2 legs. Now, during this video, I'm going to do my absolute best to keep everything in frame. If I get out of frame, I apologize now. I'm going to try and do that and be conscientious of that. And then I may have to reposition my camera and things like that. So since he is quite large this way, and then, you know, obviously tall. So, but anyways, he comes in 3 pieces, 2 legs, and then the main body, like I said. So taking a look at the leg here, it has a lot of nice detailing, molded in details right here. Purple plastic right there, and then this nice translucent orange plastic with, it looks like maybe some kind of a rotating gear inside there. Doesn't really rotate, but that's what it's meant for. So that, see there, it didn't rotate. So the back of the leg, same thing here. Now this is where some individuals had said that was breaking. So right here's this joint, and it is a strong ratchet. You can hear that when I tried to click it the first time. So that way is not too bad, but this way, it's a lot stronger. So, and I'm thinking it was meant to do that to hold his weight, but I guess it's just breaking on some. Now, I've been messing with mine for a little while and haven't had any issues, so maybe it's not all of them, maybe it's some. Maybe I just have to do it longer, I don't know. But I guess we'll see. Now, I think there is a video out there that shows you how to fix that if you want to. I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to leave it because when I usually put mine on my shelves, they stay the way they are on the shelf. So I'm not going to sit there and really mess with it too much. So there's the leg right there. And nice silver toes right there. The other leg is going to be the exact same way. And then there's the main body right there. Let's just kind of bring that up there. You can see his head right here. That's going to be where his tail is. The legs are going to connect right here. So we'll get into that here in just a minute. But he also comes with his instruction booklet. And realistically, you don't really need the instruction booklet. You can figure it out yourself by messing with it, how easy. It's a pretty simple transformation for him. So normally, if I don't need them, I don't take my instruction booklets out of their packaging. I just leave them in there. So, but here it is. It comes with the nice card there, those collector cards that some of us like to collect. Instruction sheet there. And then the sticker sheet. Now, I'm not one also to put stickers on my Trypticon, so you won't see mine with them on. I just don't care for putting stickers on. My Metroplex still doesn't have stickers on it, you know, this many years later. So there are a lot of stickers on here, I believe. Let's see, one last sticker looks like 154 right there. So you can see there's 154 stickers that go on this guy. And a lot of them are really small. You can see that they look super small. So I imagine there's like these here. These are little tiny guys. So I imagine these are going to be a pain in the neck to put on. For those of you guys that love to do it, have fun. For those of you that don't do it or don't like to do it, well, and you're going to do it, have fun, I guess. Me, I just won't. So anyways, there's that. All right, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and attach the legs here. Now the legs attach. You can see this right here, this piece here, it's a sliding, well this doesn't slide, but it slides on to this slot back here on the back. So it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. When he comes out of the box, his head is facing backwards, or his mouth is, I should say. So that's his back, and then this is the front of him here. So you want to make sure when you put them on, you put the legs on the right way. So obviously that doesn't go on there because his toes will be facing his back. So you want this leg here, and it doesn't matter if you put them on wrong the first time. It's okay because unlike the Metroplex and the Fort Max, the arm does come off, or the legs do come off easily. Whereas on those arms, if you want to pull them off, they were a pain in the neck to pull off, and then they might break. So these do slide on and off fairly easy. So if you do accidentally put it on wrong, no worries, it'll come off fairly easy. So just gonna take this here, slide that right inside there, and I'll show you just how easy they come off as well. So I'm going to take that and let me get this squared right. There we go. So I slide that in there like that, and it's in there, and I can easily just slide that right back out. So you can see it's not like it gets stuck inside there. So there's that one. Now the either goes up or goes down, the leg does, the way it goes. So down for dinosaur mode, up for spaceship, and also base mode. So since here it's fast to go into the spaceship and the base mode, we're going to go ahead and leave the legs up. So we're going to take that and just push that up into place there. I'm going to flip him around and get to this side right here. And do the same thing with this leg right here. So let's see, I want to put this like this, slide that down like so, and then we're going to flip it up and lock this into place right there. Alrighty. Oh, the one thing, and I should have showed it, well, let me open it up right here, I can show you guys. But so let me take this off. I felt it just now is why I remembered it, and I wanted to talk about that. So on this leg, it's not doing it on the other leg, but on this leg here, like it doesn't stay, let me zoom in a little bit. This is supposed to kind of stay flush right there, but it keeps popping out. And so while that doesn't seem like a big issue, but when he's in his base mode, like this kind of sits like so, and so it doesn't really lay flat, keep popping up. So for me, you know, that's annoying to me. The other one doesn't have the issue. The other one, when you push it in, it stays pushed in. So when we get to base mode, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But that right there was annoying to me. And it came that way out of the box. So I don't know, again, if that's just going to be an issue with some or all or what. For those of you that have him already, if you're watching this video by chance, let me know if yours was that same way or not. Or when you get him in, let me know if yours has that issue. But you can see right there on the arm too. Let me zoom out on that. You can see on the arm when I push it in, They keep wanting to pop up. So that's annoying. Alright, anyways, let's get started. So, easy thing, like I said, to do is just going to go into his base mode. So I'm going to flip him over like this. I'm going to start with spaceship mode first, rather. So, right here, there's this button here that you're going to push in, and that's going to release this whole piece right there, just like that. Okay? Now right here, you can see there's like a tab right there, or a peg, that goes in that slot right there. So you take that, and if your legs are straight, you're gonna have to, if your legs are straight, you're gonna have to bend them, but mine was already bent, so I don't have to, the knee at the knee. So just take that and just plug that right inside there like so, and that tabs into there. Take the head or the tail here, pull that down like that, lock that into place right there. I'm gonna turn him around. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side here. So push that button that's over here. That's gonna release this here. And what that does when you push that, it allows this purple piece right here to go down. That way it tabs in right when it's up there. So that's gonna go down. Again, I'm just gonna find that here and just connect that in. And then you're gonna flip this over. Do the same thing on this side here. Flip this over for his wing. And then the head back here, you want to just take that so that way his head's not just hanging down, and flip it up like this. And then you can just flip these up like so, however you want to design those. And then flip these two over like this. And there is the spaceship mode. Now, like I said, since he is big, I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna back out, that way we can get a good view of him. So give me a second. All right, so there he is right there. And just getting my tape measure out again, I'm gonna measure him. And go from about, let's see how we can do this. Right there, that's about the tip here to the back of his nose right there. And so from this corner to that corner is about 25.5 inches. I don't know how well that's picking up there on camera, but let me see if I can get that again. So inch-wise, about 25.5 inches from this point of the nose to that over there, or I should say tail, but that does kind of look like his head. Like, look at that, it looks like his eyeball and his face there. So from there to there was 25.5 inches. And then width-wise, if you want to look at, let me pull this down like that, flip it up like this. Well, I'm not going to be able to see that because I would need an extra hand. But I'm just going to go kind of wing to wing here. And I'll push him up against my display wall there, that way I get a good accurate reading. So from end to end here, he's about 18 inches from that wing to this end of this wing here is 18 inches wide like that. Now flip the wings in and we just want to go just the figure itself. That's going to be about, I'd say about 14.5 inches just from this point of the leg to the other point of the leg there. So just to kind of show you guys the width of him all. And I'm going to pick my camera up and take a look at him from the top. That way we can get a kind of a good eye on what he looks like. See if I can put him up like this. Maybe that'll help out some. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get up inside there. So just to look at him, he's a large body. He's really wide. He's got a lot of nice detailing on him that's molded in right there. And the colors on my camera, they're looking more blue, but that's kind of like a teal, not a blue. It looks more blue on the camera, but it's like a teal greenish color. Like the way Trypticon was. I never had the G1 Trypticon, but for those of you that did, it's kind of like that same color there. Alright, I'm going to get Metroplex into his base mode, or rather, I'm sorry, into his spaceship mode, and we're going to show the two side by side. So be right back. Okay, so there they both go together. To me, Trypticon looks better. His little spaceship mode, or whatever you want to call it, mode looks a lot better than Metroplex. Metroplex, even from the G1 toy, was just, hey, this robot sits down, he turns into a spaceship. He sits down, he turns into a base. So to me, I think the Trypticon just looks a lot better. The Metroplex obviously is longer, just because his legs and stuff. And the Trypticon is a little bit shorter as far as top to bottom here. So we go from, I don't know how well it's going to pick up on the camera there, but we go from top to bottom here. Metroplex right there is about 11.5 inches from the table to the top of that there. And then Trypticon over here, I'm going to put these flat just to be fair. He's about 9 inches from the table to the top of that there. So he's a lot taller over there, but still, I think as far as spaceship modes, I think Trypticon looks a lot better than Metroplex does. So there's that. Let me get Metroplex out of the way. Alright, so focusing back in on Trypticon here, you can get full tilt here and he's locked in here. But if you pick this up like this, and you flip that down like that, he can come off just like this. And that pops away. So now you got him right there, he can ride on down. And you get that sitting like that, and then it gives you access to getting him off of there like that. We'll look at him here in a little bit. So right inside here, there's like a passageway to get from this side to that side. You can have your guys go through. And then there's just a little space right back here that doesn't really lead anywhere. It just kind of goes, I won't be able to get on there on the camera, but it just kind of goes back here probably, oh, I don't know. It's basically the length of here to here of an empty space inside there. So I guess maybe you could store some guys inside there. If you were playing with it and wanted to transport it, you can store some guys inside there for that. Also down here, this lifts up like this. And there's another opening that goes right inside there that you can put some guys in there. So like full tilt, he'll fit inside there. And you can store away inside there if you want to carry him like that. You could also get some of your, probably some of your, all these little guys here. And just store them away inside there if you wanted to. Maybe you're going to a friend's house and you want to take them with. You can store all of your buddies inside there and use them as a transport vehicle as well. So that's an option you got right there. This here, little gun goes up and down. Just close that back down like that. So a lot of nice playability on this figure. Really nice. These can come out as well. Extend these guns. Those are more for, I guess, for his city mode. But still, they're like the guns right there. So they'll extend out like that. What else on here? I think that's it as far as for his spaceship mode. Now, one thing you can do, it's mainly for city mode, but if you wanted to imagine that maybe he flew in and landed and he's got to get some of his guys on him and they just drive, you can flip this over like that and maybe have the guys drive up on him and start their way out. So again, that's an option. So I think that's it as far as that mode goes. I don't think there's anything else really, just aside, like I said, from all the nice detailing work. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to transform him into his base mode or his city mode, and then from there we'll go into his dyno mode. So start by lifting these up like this, flip this up like so. Oh, and that also opens up. Now we'll see that in his robot mode. That opens up as well right there. That's when you put the little guys in his mouth and they come out of here. So we'll see that when he's in his robot mode or his dyno mode. So flip that up like that. And then from here, what you want to do is you want to take this leg and you want to disconnect it from here like that. And then you got to open it up right here at the thigh. So grab that and just pop that open like this. That's going to flip up like this. And then you're going to just go ahead and rearrange this however you see fit. So pull that up like that. And then just kind of angle these however you see fit to angle this. Now that's the part I was telling you, and I'll show you guys here in a second what I was talking about. That one earlier when I mentioned that one piece doesn't want to just stay tabbed in. It affects the way that sits like that. So let me disconnect this here. Come around again, just open this up like so. pull this around like this, flip that up, bend the knee, and then just kind of get this situated however you want. And this comes down for his city mode, like I said, so let me see if I can't get a better angle. Okay, that's a bit of a better angle right there. So last, just pull down these ramps like this. Those will go down like that. And flip these up like this. And the wings, you can just flip them up like that. So that is basically his city mode right there, just like so. Now, on that left side there, the thing I wanted to point out was how I mentioned that piece doesn't stand, so it doesn't allow this arm to sit straight the way it's supposed to. So we'll sit like that, but then it kind of leans back. So now that I'm saying it wants to act okay, of course, because it's going to show me that I'm a liar. But what it was doing earlier is when it was like this, it would just tilt back like that, and I couldn't get it to sit because that one joint wouldn't allow it to stay like that. But now that I want it to mess up, of course, it's not going to. So that's okay. When I get off camera, it's going to start doing it again. But there is the city mode, and I think it looks really cool. I'll take my camera off and kind of get this way with it. So, really cool looking city mode right there. Just kind of getting close on some of this stuff. A lot of nice detail in there. Little towers right there look cool. So a lot of nice looking stuff on this here. Now I'm going to pull out and grab Fort Max. I'm going to put him in his city mode and look at the two side by side. Alright, so there they are together. Both bases, huge bases. That table I have them sitting on is about a 6-foot table. And I have maybe about, I don't know, 1.5 feet on each side to play with. And that's, these guys are just pushed together. And I'm standing about, I'd say about 4.5 feet back from the table just to get them all in within my frame there. So just to show you just how cool they look together. From the camera right here, Trypticon looks a little bit taller right at the top of those two towers, if you will, those purple ones there. He looks taller right there. So really cool. If you have both of them, or you have a Metroplex and you're planning on getting Trypticon, you won't just be disappointed if your thought is to sit there and play with them like this, because they look really cool together. And then the plus on Trypticon is that you get to add the extra little bases that'll go like on this point here, right over there. And so that's one of the bonuses that Metroplex doesn't have. It doesn't have that. They didn't think of that, I guess, back then as far as to include these. If you have Fort Max, you can, but not with Metroplex. So just them by themselves, they look cool. Again, my personal opinion, I think Trypticon looks a lot better just because he doesn't look the same as he did in his other modes. This one, you can tell that's, again, a robot just sitting down there and then turning into a city. So Trypticon City Mode, to me, looks a lot better. I just think it looks cool. I love the way it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and pull Metroplex off, and we're going to focus in on Trypticon and what he can do in his city mode. Then we're going to transform full tilt and then get him into his dyno mode. So be right back. Alright, to focus back in on Trypticon again, I'm going to grab full tilt here, and he's pretty simple to transform. Take the gun off like this, come down to the front part right here, and you're going to pull these down like that. One down there, one down there. Let's see, and now hopefully the lighting isn't too bad because I'm far away. So you just pull these down like this, and then come to the back side there. You're going to flip open these like so. Flip that open, and then just pull these down. Let me zoom in some right there. There we go, that's a lot better. So you're going to pull those down like that, come back around, close those up on that side and on that side there. Come over here, pull out the arms like this. And I forgot to mention, but in his vehicle mode, little Titan Master is sitting right there in the cockpit, so that's where he's at. So take that and flip this over like this, pull that down the back like that. So sit like this, and then his hands are stowed away right inside there. So just pop those out like that. Pop that out like this. And we're just gonna, there he is right there. So we're gonna set him off to the side just for now. And let's look at his Titan Master. So there's the head right there. And again, I apologize, the lighting's not too bad. I'm kind of far away, so I had to zoom in there. But he's got a silver crest right there and a red visor right there, and this is all purple. The whole body's purple. You open him up, and he's got a black face right there and a black head, and then his purple arms. So there he is right there. So we're gonna put him back and just plug him into the top right here. Pop him down, spin him around, and there he is right there in his full mode. So he is about deluxe size. I'm gonna grab one of the deluxe figures and kind of show you just how he matched up with a deluxe figure as far as in their modes like that. So there you go, there's a Titan Returns Deluxe. Oh, and you gotta flip this up too, I forgot. So that piece here, that goes up and that locks in right there. Okay, now he's fully done. So you can see, he is about deluxe size. So he's actually a pretty good size figure. Better than Metroplex's. And I forget what his name is. I'm so bad at remembering their names. But he's more of your smaller size there. So really cool. They came with an actual deluxe figure with this one. I like that. And he can hold his gun right here in his hand if you wanted him to. Alternatively, you can put it on his back like this, but the backpack will get in the way somewhat. So I can peg in there just like if it was on top of his car mode, and then there you got that right there. So different options however you want to do that with him. So let's get them out of the way. And you can sit back there because you're part of this show. And I'm going to bring in Sky Shadow and Soundwave into their base modes, and we're going to connect them up real quick. So we're just going to use the back of them right here, plug into there like this. And there's one edition right there. And we'll make the second edition right here on this end here. Actually, let's do it the other way. No, that's fine. Pick that up. There we go. So now you have some additions onto that, making Trypticon just that much more massive and menacing. So now he's got like little bases, little outposts, if you will, before you get to his main city. And I think that looks really cool. I just love the playability with these new Titan Return figures. And I think it's just awesome. Alright, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and get him transformed up into his Dino mode and just kind of end it there. Actually, before we do that, let's just show off more of his playability up here on top. So you can get all your little Titan Masters and their vehicles, and they can go everywhere on here. So he has a lot of little pegs, like right up here where you can put a Titan Master to fit on top of. Now, he's just got a lot of them all around him that they can go on. And, you know, obviously make him look like the city that he is. You can put the vehicles up there. There's a lot of fun playability with this figure altogether. You can even stick a guy up here if you wanted to. Let's get that up there. There we go. And actually, let's put that like that. That looks better. Yeah. And you got spots just everywhere you can put these guys. Now, there's none there. I thought there was one there, but there's not. But there's some back here on the wings. I mean, there's just many different spots you can put all these little Titan guys and have them sit there ready for battle to battle the Autobots. So, I can get down and peg them there for some reason. Let's try over here. You get the idea. Anyways, there's a lot of spots you can put them on. You can get them, and so it looks really cool. Looks like a real city. Just really, really neat. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put him into his Dino mode. Alright, so we're going to start by pulling this down like this. Getting these down. Collapsing those in. Collapsing that in there. Take these, fold this up. We're going to fold everything back the way it was. And fold up these legs. And then put that in there. Fold that down like that. fix that out. That way you can get all this connected together. Let's see if I can get on the other side there to do it better. It's kind of hard keeping them on camera, not blocking the camera, and then seeing what I'm doing here when you're dealing with a big figure. So that's one leg. Let's get her on the other side here. Do the same thing over here. Get up. So you can see there's like these little stands that hold the leg up whenever it's opened up like that. Fold these down like so. Hold it down into there. Everything will peg into itself. Right there and there. Okay. So now the legs, you want to just pop this out like so, and they're going to come around. They're going to swing around and lock into there. So push that in because that's going to allow this to slide out, and you can lock that leg in. So push that in like that, and then let go of it. Do the same thing on the other side here. So we're going to push this in here, fold that around. Don't let it come undone. And then get that into there. Okay. So now we're working here. All right. Just rotate these legs around like this. Stand him up. And get these legs down like that, the toes. Flip out these purple pieces here. Hopefully that's caught on camera. Let's see here. Situate that. Alright, getting there. Come up one more. There we go. Okay. And a lot of it didn't get caught, I'm sure, but let's tilt this up a little bit. And I had to raise it up there. So the arms come down, they're right here. Just get that, push that down, do something on the other side. Like that. You pull these out like this. I'm going to flip that head around. The whole mechanism here will spin around. And get his head, come on, head the right way. There we go. Alright. Put these back here if you want. And then the arms, just take them and flip them around. Get his little dino hands out. Or Godzilla hands, whatever you want to call them. Do the same thing over here. And he is a dinosaur because that one episode, I think they mentioned something about something with dinosaurs and Trypticon, so he's a dinosaur. Oh, he looks like a Godzilla. So there he is in his dino mode. And it's really cool. It looks neat. Obviously, the one thing we all know is that he is a lot shorter than Metroplex. And I'm going to show that here right now. Okay, so there they are together. And he looks less impressive because of his height difference. He's still very impressive. I do have the leg kind of bent right there a little bit. But even if I stand the leg straight up, he's not going to get that much taller. So as it is right now, he comes up to about right here on Metroplex. And let me try and get these legs straight so we can see what I'm talking about there. But then again, when you do that, it just doesn't look natural. I mean, you can get him up there. You know, he's a lot taller. But again, that just doesn't look natural. So even at that, he's still shorter. He comes up to about here on Metroplex now, to his shoulder, to the top of this chest piece here. But he's still a lot shorter. And again, this doesn't look like a natural pose. The other way I had it is more natural. So who he really is kind of in line with as far as height, and I'm just going to kind of get him back to the way I had him. He fits more with, not that he fits with him, but the height-wise, just to give you an idea of how tall he is, more with Combiner Wars Devastator. So if you look at that, they're about the same height there. On Trypticon to Devi's head, they're about the same height. So yes, he is a lot shorter, but still in his own right, he's cool. Obviously, we saw in the base mode, he looked just the same as Metroplex in terms of like width and everything. And then in the spaceship mode, again, they looked about the same. It's just when they go into their robot slash dyno mode is where Trypticon kind of comes up on the short end. So maybe a third-party company will come out and maybe make some legs that are a little bit longer, and that would make him stand up taller. That'd be neat. I don't know how it would look with the tail there. That'd make it look a little off. I don't know, but I think it's something worth exploring if a third-party company out there wants to do that. So I'm going to pull these guys off real quick and just talk about Trypticon's dyno mode. Alright, so back here to Trypticon just in his dyno mode. He's really cool. He's got a lot of nice, again, molded in detail that they did there. The tail, you know, even as I never had the G1 toy, but I always thought it was weird how he never had a little tail hang out here. So for me, I like to just take this and fold it out and kind of complete that look of an actual tail right there. And that works. That looks cool to me. I prefer doing it this way. You know, have that full kind of look there right there. So the arms do come up. They'll rotate all the way around. They'll come out like this. Let's get up here. Now let me tuck that tail back in because now it's getting in the way of my display. So those will open up like that. The arms will. Get them up. These little hands open up right here too. I'm going to show that up there. They'll open and close like that. The head obviously can look up, can look down. Mouth opens up. He's got a little blaster inside there. This will pop up when you get the Titan Master. And if you plug it inside there, it'll open up. But I don't want to put it in there, so what you do really is just up here, you can just, I'm going to reenact that. You stuck it in. So if you stick the Titan Master in, it pops that open just like that. And there he comes with his little blaster right there. Kind of that horned look from the G1 toy right there. So again, let's see how that looks there. So take that, push down on it right there, and there you go. That pops up like that. So speaking of the Titan Master, so if you take him, you open his mouth, you stick him in there, he swallows him down. He ends up right here in the chest. So right there, and I'll show you how that looks when it's open. So you take that, and I don't know how well the lighting's going to catch all that. I'm going to try and see if I can't make it brighter during editing, but and he pops out right there. This piece here, you can take it off if you want to. Just pop that off. That way you get just a bare chest right there on him. All in all, really good. I think he's worth the money, honestly. Because again, if you're collecting the Titan Masters, this is our first Titan Master Decepticon, and I'm a lover of Decepticons. So I think that is really cool. Again, is he too short in his dyno mode? Yes, but because of all the other modes, I think they make up for this dyno mode being a little bit too short. But again, that's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. This video is going on about almost 40 minutes now, so if you stuck with me, I thank you very much. For my American friends that are out there, if you're going to be eating a hot dog or burgers or whatever us Americans like to eat on this day, have fun, stay safe, and again, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and just let me know what you guys think of this. Are you going to pick it up? Are you have it on pre-order? What are your thoughts? Are you going to wait for Takara's release? What are you guys going to do? So just let me know what you think. And again, as always, until next time, you guys, stay safe.